So the whole game is on their part. You see, I'm not playing the game. I'm just pointing out the absurdity of asking the questions, because they really do not want the answers to their questions. So what they are really interested in is confirmation from me, so that they feel comforted, so they feel strengthened and fortified in the belief that they are really the answers. But there is a gnawing doubt in them. They are not so sure that the answers are the real answers for their problems. As I very often point out, there are really no questions there at all. There are no problems there. The problem is the solutions they have offered by those in whom they have faith, tremendous faith and confidence, and believe that teachers to be in possession of something, and their solutions are the real solutions for the problems with which they are confronted with. But really they are not the solutions. If they were the solutions should solve the problem, but the problems are still there. If really there is no solution for a problem, then the problem also goes with it. In exactly the same way, they really do not want the answers. So they are only interested in finding out somebody who confirms them. Through that confirmation, they feel strengthened and fortified in the answers that they have, but yet they doubt that something is wrong with them, and they are not ready to accept that situation. So they are really interested in comforters. They are interested in ice packs so that they can feel comfortable in their situation. Actually, there are no comforters there. See, they are not really interested in solving the problems. I do not see any problem there. I see only the solutions, but I am telling them that they are not the solutions. But they are not ready to free themselves from the problems. And if the problems go, they also go to the problems. And they are not ready for that kind of a thing. You as you know yourself, you as you experience yourself, that moment of knowledge comes to an end. It's not just a psychological, poetic, romantic death, but a physical death occurs there. Physical death means clinical death. But there is no such a thing as a physical death for this body at all. So death is something which cannot be experienced by this body. As a matter of fact, the body is some sort of an idea that we have created for ourselves. The body has no independent existence of its own. You began this, whatever you want to call it, the conversation or the dialogue, by making a statement that you create me. That is true, but you must have an image of yourself. If you don't have an image of yourself, you have no way of creating me. You seem to have an image of me, and it is that image you project it on me and create me. Whereas I do not have any image of myself, so I have no way of creating you. That seems to be the basic problem here, or the difficulty of understanding that how it is possible to be without an image. So the image we have of ourselves is put in by culture. Culture is the one that has created this problem for us. And so as a matter of fact, if you want to experience the existence of your own body, it is not possible to experience your own existence without the help of the knowledge that is put in there by our culture or society or whatever you want to call it. How to see, how to look, how to hear, how to listen, how to experience things. So, and the most important question which we all pose ourselves and throw at others is how to live. So this is a living organism. It is not interested in asking any questions as to how to live. That is the basic problem which we are facing today. So, but this is not interested in learning anything, knowing anything from us. But to be able to function in this world, we have to accept what is expected of us. So what they have put in there is the fear. The fear that, you see, will not be able to fit into the value system that they have created for us. Actually, they do not themselves believe in what they are teaching us. It doesn't operate in their lives. So they put that, you see, the neurotic situation across to the children and create this fear. See, what we have there is only actually fear. The fear of losing what you know. The fear of losing what you are experiencing yourself through the help of that knowledge, what we call knowledge. When I use that word knowledge, I do not use it in a very mysterious, mystical or metaphysical sense. The knowledge that is a flashlight, that is a video camera, that you see, this is my hand, this is my nose. That's what you teach your children. Every time you have a visitor, you ask your child, show me your hand, show me your nose, show me your ears, show me your teeth. Probably they don't ask them to show the teeth because they don't still have the teeth there. That's a different story. But you see, tell your friend the name. So that is how we build the identity. The identity is born out of fear. So you do not want the identity to come to an end. The only way you can maintain constantly this identity is through the demand to know more and more and more. We already know a lot, but we are not ready to free ourselves from the knowledge we have been accumulating. So we want to accumulate, add more and more and more to that knowledge. So that's the most important thing. The identity is the most important thing. How do you maintain and give continuity to that identity? It is through the constant use of memory. That's all that is there. The knowledge is memory. Since we are taught by the culture, the society, educators, teachers, the whole lot of them, whole environment, there is no thought which you can call your own. I don't have any thoughts which I can call my own. So I assure you that you don't have any thoughts. Without the knowledge, you have no way of experiencing anything. So the knowledge we have is not ours. Whether they are material or spiritual, it really doesn't matter. Unfortunately, the culture has created what is called the spiritual values and put them on a higher level. And we all consider that the spiritual values are more important than material values. But our demand is only for the material values only. We cover it up with the idea that we are pursuing some spiritual values. Because the instrument which we are using is matter, which is thought is matter. And so all the spiritual goals are materialistic in their value. When we go to a church, what do? You pray to God. And what do we want from God? See, the material benefits. Health, wealth, more knowledge, this, that and the other. So how can you place spiritual values on a higher level? We feel that by practicing spiritual values, we are superior to all those others who are pursuing the materialistic values. I do not see basically any difference between those who are interested in making millions and millions of guilders or those who are interested in collecting millions and millions of spiritual experiences. But it makes you feel good, makes you feel superior to the rest of those whom we condemn as materialistic in their lives and in their values. So it makes us feel good. That's about all that is there about the spiritual values which we have been preaching for centuries. Unfortunately, in wealthy countries in the West, you have created a market for those people who come from outside and sell those shoddy piece of goods and make you believe that they have the answers for your valuation. So you feel guilty that you are not up to the mark, that you are not fitting yourself into the environment, that you are not fitting yourself into the value system, and so you feel guilty. It is created by the society. And so then they have an antidote for your guilt, free yourself from guilt. So they have turned us all into neurotic individuals. But it is absolutely necessary for us to live that neurotic life. Otherwise you have no way of functioning in this world. The only way they can stop their thinking is through thinking. So it is the most difficult thing for us to understand that thought can only create problems, it cannot help us to solve the problems. That's all that we have. The thoughts help us to function very efficiently in this world. It's a tremendous instrument we have. That's the only instrument we have. There is no other instrument. But we also know that that is our enemy, and it is that is creating all the problems.